welcome. This is the Q&A for M. My name is AC Crockett. I am part of the SeriesFest programming team, and I'm joined by Javier DeVitt. He's the director of M. And yeah, I just wanted to start off saying, despite what the couple endures in this, going to Patagonia is still on the top of my list, my bucket list for life. It's absolutely beautiful. And I wanted to ask you kind of what made you decide to have that be the location of your story?
Well, first, thank you for having me. And I as a child, I've been there as a kid, like so many times with my family, with my mom. And that place is, I mean, you have to go. Like, it's crazy. It's like super magical and has like something that is super inspiring. So I always want to travel and like do something, like shoot something like this, like a horror or like a thriller in the woods. So yeah, that was like the perfect excuse.
Yeah, definitely. And how long were you filming down
there? Was like 12 days, super short. We did like 80 pages.
Oh, wow.
In 12 days, yeah.
Wow, that's a lot to cram in. And obviously most of it takes place outside. Did you run into any challenges?
Well, we were like super lucky with like, we had like only one day that rained like a little bit, but no. I mean, we had challenges because like always being in the wild and like it's hard, especially at night. It's like cold and yeah, you don't see anything. It's like, it's hard to see when there's no lights and most of places there is none. So, but yeah, it was like so much fun. It was like one of the best things that ever happened to me. So we're there doing that.
That sounds amazing.
And actually, like the tricky thing is like we only had 8 hours, like 9 hours a day to do it because of like the agreement and the budget and everything. We cannot like extend more like extra hours there because there in Argentina there's like a super strict union. So we did it like super fast. So there's like some scenes are like only like 2 takes, 3 takes, 1 take, and that's it.
That's all the more impressive. Kudos to you for doing that. And I guess I also want to switch.
A single camera.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. And the horror thriller genre, is that something you've always been drawn to, or has this been a new kind of endeavor for you?
No, it's always since like film school or before that, like always, like every short film or whatever is like that genre. Awesome. Yeah. But yeah, I like any genre, but like that's what I feel more comfortable.
In the horror thriller. I personally like it a lot. And did you ever think about making this, so it's a 8 10-minute episodes.
Mm-hmm.
What made you decide to do this in the episodic format? Did you ever consider doing it into a feature?
The thing is, like, I got a grant, like in Argentina, this is an Argentinian production, right? So we made it with a grant from the Argentinian Institute, Inca. So the grant was for web series. So we start to like applying for the grant with that, like, with that in mind. So it was always like 10-minute like plot, like how do you say this, like arcs like of 10 minutes, you know? So it's like as a feature, it's like kind of like a weird feature, even if you can watch it as a feature, because I actually, the way I enjoy the most is when we like show it to audiences and you can watch the whole thing in one sitting. It's like the best like experience from my point of view. But of course works, like every like 10 minutes episode works the same.
Definitely. I think more horror thrillers are exploring the episodic format, and I personally kind of like it. And but at the same time, yes, with these 10-minute chunks, definitely digestible and
yeah, I learned from that too, because it's like I think at least what I learned is like you need to have like the best first episode ever. Like the first 10 minutes should be like the best of what you have. And the problem in horror with that is like you need some like development to like get to like what you want without like doing like the cheap way or like the jump scares or like no. So trying to avoiding that is like super tricky in episodic, especially that short.
Definitely. And the building of suspense and all that is
Yeah,
a lot more challenging in that short amount of time.
totally.
And were you involved, director, in the writing process of the story at all?
Yeah, I start developing everything, but then we contact like two script like writers from Argentina. So they wrote it, but I participate from the whole like thing, and I rewrote some scenes and stuff. But yeah, but basically that was like a teamwork.
So then you can't answer what was kind of the inspiration for this specific story?
Well, the beginning was like monsters. That was like the first, like I always want to like do a monster movie, so or a monster series. Actually, it's weird because like always like in my mind was like a movie in a way. Like I try to treat it as a movie, or like the inspirations for me are more movies than shows. That's like for like all my references and stuff are more like in movies. But yeah, the inspiration was like monsters. Like I do a monster movie, and then from that we get like to the whole like universe and story.
Yeah, and also curious about the decision to make our two main characters tourists. Was there any thought given?
Well, that actually is like from the like beginning, like the first like idea, the first outline was like already with tourists. I don't know, I like a lot to travel, and like having that feeling of being in an unknown place and the dangers you have like when you are traveling, especially when you go to a place that you don't speak the language, and everything like feels so scary.
Definitely.
Especially like the when you are a beginner traveling.
Yeah.
So I like that. I like that concept, and I know it's like it's kind of like troopy. It's like it's been used in a lot of movies, but I kind of like it, and I think it works. And I wanted to like explore like doing something in two languages too, because that we have like Spanish and English, and everything like goes together, and like was kind of crazy because directing a set that was like half Spanish, half English was kind of crazy. I didn't expect that was like that complicated. It was fun because not everyone speak English and Spanish. So
yeah, did you have translators on set or?
No. Myself, or like some people speak, like most of people speak English and Spanish, but the actors not all speak like the two Americans, only one speaks Spanish. But there is something that happened on set that there is like the speed, especially when you don't have time, that everyone like have like secret codes and like speak super quickly. It's not that easy.
Yeah. That's a whole other challenge too.
But it was so much fun because at the same time it's like all these like different people like gathering to do something, like all different actors with different like backgrounds with was like, so good to do it. Like I recommend to everyone to work with like different languages because it was super fun.
Yeah, I'm also curious, since you work in the States as well, what are kind of the major differences doing a production in Argentina versus doing a production in the States?
Well, it depends. There is a lot of differences, like, but in Argentina, the crews are like really good. Like, of course, we don't have like the budgets that there exist here in the United States, but they're like people work really hard, and they, especially in these kind of projects, like everyone wants to do like the best. Like they are doing the best, especially because like most of people there work only in commercials, right? Like it's like the main thing. So there's movies, but it's not like Hollywood or anything. So when having the opportunity to tell like a story like this, everyone was so excited. So that is like priceless. There's no the money that there's no money you can pay to like people wanted to do it, you know?
Yeah, have that kind of energy and passion on set. It's something
Exactly.
very special. That's awesome.
Yeah, and we can feel it like there, like because when you're having fun, like doing, it's funny because like when you do like horror, like sets are pretty funny, like because like it's so ridiculous what you're doing. So most of the time it's like you laugh a lot.
Yeah, it does sound fun.
Yeah.
I also wanted to ask about kind of your use of the sound and music that you did in post. It's definitely very just very impactful while you're watching, and kind of what your decisions you were making with.
Yeah, I love the music. The music was made for by an American guy, Charles Munro, and yeah, well, working was funny because we work like distance, like we actually at that point we never met in person. We like did like Skypes and Hangouts calls. At that time we used Hangout, and yeah, we work with references and we talk about the project, and I already like knew his work, so it was like easy to work with him, and I think the music add a lot and helps a lot to set the tone, and yeah, the show will be like so different with another kind of music.
Definitely.
Yeah,
very impressive on that front as well.
And the sound was super tricky. We made like a lot of like Foley, because there is like, well, maybe you only like seen the first two episodes, but like at the end there's like a lot of sounds that we have to recreate because they were not on set, so that was tricky and super cool. And yeah.
Did you do them yourself, or did you have like a Foley artist?
No, we had like we had like a small studio there in Argentina. We did it in Argentina. And yeah, they did an amazing job too.
Yeah. And I know I do need to finish the series. I want to once the festival crazy, and I definitely want to finish it. And I guess lastly, is there anything you have right now that you would like to that you're working on?
No, well now it's so everything. It's so complex. I think everyone is in the same position. I've been using my time like writing and like I'm writing a feature. I'm writing like some short films too, just in case someone want to make something. But yeah, it's been difficult in every way, like in the creative way, because it's like kind of hard. Like I found myself like thinking that before, thinking that, oh, we have like a lot of time at home. I could do a lot of like things. I could write every day, but it's like, it's so weird. We were like so worried, and I don't know. It was not, I was expecting to like be, I don't know. I don't feel like that productive like before, for example. It didn't help me in a creative way. But yeah, trying to do that, hoping to like develop more things here in the States, or come back to Argentina and do something there too. Both things are possible. Hope something happen, but I don't have anything like for sure.
I don't think a lot of people do right now, Drew. So it's a weird.
Yeah, I think so. It's funny because when you check Instagram, you see like someone doing something, and you're like, oh, what I'm doing with my life.
Right. Yes. No, I think a lot more people are still struggling to find the creative spark during this crazy time. Yeah.
Well, especially festivals. I mean, I was so excited to like this festival to like go and like meet. Well, it's like so different. Like the good thing about festivals is like meeting people and being around filmmakers. It's like with them we went to a lot of festivals, and like the best thing is like all the filmmakers we met and all the contacts like we made everywhere. It's crazy.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be a whole different scene online, and we're definitely still mourning about the physical festival in Denver. You'll have to come out another time. Yeah,
of course. Yeah. I mean, everything is going to come back. Right?
I know. Well, thank you, Javier. Yeah, I think our time is up, and thank you.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah, best of luck.
Yeah.
And before we go, I just wanted to see, do you have any questions about festival, just now that I have you on?
No, I don't know, like how it's going to work. I
Fair. We're still figuring out. We figured out a lot more. So we're using a platform called Inventive, which a lot of festivals have used. And so right now, we've already sent the platform's open to our jury members. We've got a great jury this year that we're really excited to enjoy your stuff too. And then come the week of the festival, badge holders, and you'll get a badge obviously for the festival, are open to it as well. We'll be putting these pre-recorded Q&As up there. And then the live events will be our kind of bigger network screenings and
the Q&A is going to play like, it's going to be like an option that you play like after, where it's going to be?
This is also what I'm trying to, yes, I think it's either an option or it's going to roll with, like, we'll have a block of digital shorts and we'll cut it in between. So like right after it plays, this will play. So yeah.
How is like, is everything like more work than before? It's like more work than, or less work?
It's a lot of work right now. I think once we get, we won't be on site. Usually, my days during the festival are like 12-hour days running around on site. But I think it will be actually less during the festival portion. So that it'll be interesting. Oh, and we'll be doing a big thing is our marketplace meetings that we're trying to get all set up for you guys, so you can have some FaceTime with some industry folks and still get some of that. So, that's a huge thing that we like to do in our festival. So
yeah, and I'm sure it's so hard to setting everything up, because especially those things, it's like you have the festival, you have everyone there, everyone can like meet each other, like you don't need to set up meetings.
Yeah, it's a lot more organic.
Yeah, exactly.
The one good thing I will say is that, it is a big ask for some of our industry members to fly to Denver. So we are getting a lot more people saying yes because they can stay in their home. So that is one bonus, is I think we are getting a little more interest, and people are stuck at home. So they kind of time than usual.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah. So we'll see. I definitely we'll be sending out like a kind of how to fest sheet in the coming weeks to give you all the details of what to do. But thank you for your patience on.
Thank you so much.
Again, you'll have to come out to Denver another time because it's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So next year.
Yeah.
Next show, not next year, maybe next show. I don't know what is going to. I don't know who is going to have like shows next year, or like apartment shows, right?
No, it is a weird landscape. I'm excited for everything.
Yeah.
Open back up because I'm getting a little antsy. I can't talk that you're in New York. I can't compare.
Well, like the thing is, like, at least we can, like, in my folks in Argentina, the difference is like they cannot go out.
I know.
Like, they are like quarantine. Like you need a permit, and only you can go to the grocery store. It's not like, we can go here and walk in the park, and it's all like relatively fine. So it's like, at least it's more like enjoyable if you can enjoy it. I don't know.
My best friend, her and her now husband, who's from Argentina, they've just recently moved back to the States, but they were planning on having like their wedding here and a wedding in Argentina, but the borders are like completely closed. So they're trying to figure out what they're going to do next, but I hope they're rescheduled to September, but like we don't know if his friends and family can fly up. It's just like it's a whole
actually now like they close with Brazil, because Brazil is getting crazy too, and here you cannot, like, United States closed like the airport, like any flights from Brazil.
So
like it's flying right now. I don't know how, like, I don't know.
I don't know either about that anytime soon. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Sweet. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much.
I'm sure I'll talk to you soon online.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Bye-bye.
Okay. Thank you.